I want you to look at this one single frame. If you've seen Toradora, you probably know where this is from. The answer is the second OP, okay? So a single frame might be hard to place. For some, I guess. But why are we looking at a single frame from Toradora? I want to take a moment to fully break apart just how much can be squeezed into a single frame of animation, in terms of both context and symbolism. We've all heard of a picture is worth 1,000 words, right? That phrase's origin isn't 100% certain. Most seem to believe that it grew to prominence after Fred R. Bernard used it in the advertising trade journal Printers Inc. In the December 8th, 1921 issue, there was an ad entitled, "One look is worth 1,000 words." There's another ad in the 1927 issue by him where it states, "One picture worth 1,000 words." He straight up lied about the phrase too, interestingly enough, calling it a Chinese proverb for some false sense of nobility. But the same sentiment was found in some other areas too, including Ivan Turgenev in 1861 writing, "The drawing shows me at one glance what might be spread over 10 pages in a book." And Napoleon Bonaparte even, who said, "A good sketch is better than a long speech." Brief tangent here. John McCarthy spoofed the phrase, and I am in love with it. As the Chinese say, 1,001 words is worth more than a picture. Oh, I'm an idiot. Oh, hey, spoilers. Like megadose spoilers. I was originally going to try to give all the context behind the frame in one go, and then go into the symbolism, but I quickly realized that would involve me basically stating 80% of the plot in character beats, and that's a lot. So I'll just say, it's better if you've already watched Toradora before you watch this video to fully understand everything I might bring up, but instead of my original plan, I'm just going to try to break down the symbolism in a not terrible way, and then give the context briefly behind it. Cool? Cool. First off, the setting itself. What we see here is the wall of Ryuji's living room, previously stabbed by Taiga and patched up with a scrap from the envelope her love letter was supposed to be in. This was the starting place for our whole story and of the connection between these two characters. By returning us back to where it all began, we get to recognize how much time has passed and how much has changed. It gets us to think what all has happened up until now. A point for reflection. The initial butting of heads, the uneasy alliance, the first breakthrough at the swimming pool, their growing bond, the uneasy drama, and finally, the confession. So much has happened, so what's next? Next, the scrap of paper, which is the focal point of the frame, I think. I believe the paper itself represents the relationship. After all, this came from the envelope that brought them together in the first place. It's covering up the hole in the wall, and when it starts to peel off, that's the crack starting to show. The frailty of the relationship when Taiga has such huge personal hangups. As we get to the end of the series, and even though it's clear they love each other, she runs away because what she doesn't love is herself. And that's not an issue you can just cover up with starry eyes and moonlight. See, she doesn't have any inherent self-worth. Growing up in a broken home with parents too busy or selfish to give her a place to belong and a value to hold. The hole in the wall represents her struggle, itself a blemish, an insecurity, a puzzle missing a piece, a symbol of something broken. No matter how much love they have to give each other, no matter how much paper you put over it, there's still a hole in the wall. A problem that needs to be fixed, a diamond that needs to be polished. Then you have Ryuji's thumb, attempting to press the scrap of paper back onto the wall. Ryuji's been shown throughout the series to be the supportive one above all else. He takes actions to help and to heal, even going out of his way to do things purely for the benefit of others. So him taking the action to fix the wall makes sense. Ryuji's thumb trying to press the paper back over the hole is a symbol of that supportive nature. His earnest, yet feeble, yet surprisingly selfish attempt to fix Taiga. This also indicates their upcoming separation and the effort to not let go, I think. As the paper peels off, their relationship also ends, briefly, when she leaves. Yet as he is abandoned and confused, he won't let go of their relationship, of their love. An additional reading could be the hole being the hole in Ryuji's life without love, read Taiga, then leading into him pressing it back on reads as him still desperately holding on to this love/relationship. Either way, I find it fascinating that this single simple frame contains so much inside of itself. A reminder of how far we've come, the issues lurking beneath the surface for Taiga, the relationship that's not enough on its own, the direction for said relationship, and the support and desperation of Ryuji as a character. I genuinely don't feel like I've done it full justice here either, because when you've seen the whole series, this frame makes perfect sense in representing the story of their relationship. And this was a simple image. I'm positive I could find plenty of other shows with such dense images that I could tear it apart for hours. It's just cool to me how much I can get out of a single frame of anime. Final note. For me, this picture contained 631 words. Not bad.